Hello everybody and welcome to the video. Today we're going to be going over week 13 of the 10th anniversary Hall of Heroes event, where every single week we're getting another Hall of Heroes from the past 10 years. And if you're someone who's having a bit of trouble picking a unit, I may be able to provide some insight. What we're going to do is we're going to go looking through a couple of these units, look through their skills, talk about their builds, and just, again, come to a conclusion of who we might pick or who we will be picking. I don't know, it really depends on just how difficult the choices are. But of course, we're going to be focusing on this week, and we're going to be looking at the two light-dark units. I'm not going to be worried about the main attributes because you're going to be able to obtain these main attributes pretty easily, especially when you consider this week where you get the Water Neostone Agent and the Wind Dryad, where they're both fusion. So, I mean, it really would be a waste to pick any of those units, but the Light Joker and the Dark Succubus are who we're going to be looking over. So, we're not going to waste too much time. Let's get into the Light Joker. So the first unit that we're going to be taking a look at is Figaro, the Light Joker. He does have a dungeon lead that increases the resistance of ally monsters in dungeons by 40%. He does have a base speed of 103, which is not bad. Skill 1, Flying Cards. Throws a sharp card to attack and disturb the enemy's HP recovery for 2 turns with a 70% chance, and fully skilling it up will increase a harmful effect rate. Where are places that, I mean, you're going to have to really worry about, like with disturb HP recovery? I mean, obviously there's going to be some cases, like for PvP, that you're going to have to worry about this. Like, you get like Riley, no, well not Riley, but like, again, units that will stall you out for, you know, with healing. It would help there, obviously. But like in PvE, you want this on like the Rift Raid boss, you want this in the Steel Fortress, and then obviously you're going to get some usage out of it in TOA. Obviously, like Necropolis, you want Disturb HP recovery, but you're not going to use them in Necropolis. There's no chance. Like, at the very least, you could get away with that in Steel Fortress, but I mean, even then, you're not going to use them there either. Probably not. I mean, it's not a bad skill one. It's not a bad skill one at all, but it's just whatever, right? So skill 2 is called Surprise Box. It summons a surprise box that inflicts damage and grants one random harmful effect amongst stun, glancing hit rate increase, and attack speed decrease to all enemies every 3 turns when fully skilled up. I like all of these debuffs, by the way. Stun, glancing hit, and attack speed slow. So 2 of these are some pretty good crowd control skills, and then the other one is just like, I don't know how many times I've mentioned, but I love glancing hits, right? Like the glancing hit debuff, because it's like when an enemy does land glancing hits, there's no chance that they're going to land any stuns or anything. They can't land debuffs, they can't crit, so it's very helpful in a lot of places. I mean, you could abuse this in TOA, because the stun would be very helpful in TOA. Glancing hit will be helpful, and attack speed slows are super helpful. All these are really good. You're going to use this in PvP, you'll use this in TOA for sure. Glancing hit's not bad for Rift Raid, but I don't think you're using him. I mean, you could use him in Rift Raid. It wouldn't be bad. It's the only thing that he wouldn't, I mean, he's not going to do too much, but I don't know why. I'm just thinking of the debuffs themselves. You're not going to use him in Rift Raid. You're going to probably either use him in TOA or guild content, as far as I'm seeing. Yeah, you're mainly PvP. You're going to, I can already see this PvP. Camouflage is his passive. He removes one beneficial effect from the target enemy and installs a bomb for 2 turns with a 25% chance every time you perform an attack. In addition, cancels incoming damage with a 25% chance. This is a really good passive. It's a pretty good passive. He has potential, but it's kind of just that. I mean, it's potential. I mean, you're either going to have a really good time with him, or you're going to have a really bad time. But I think it really is dependent on the way you build him, right? Like, if you just build him like Swift Energy or Swift Focus or some crap like that, I think it's like, then you're not going to have fun with him. Believe it or not, maybe I'm just effed up. Would you go Violent Revenge on this guy? And go like speed, attack. Make sure he's fast, make sure he has high attack, and make sure he's accurate. And then other than that, make sure he either has tons of HP or defense. So speed, attack. Okay, so Violent Revenge, 246 is speed, attack, attack. Substat priorities are speed, attack, accuracy, and then either HP or defense. But you would want him to have a pretty good amount of accuracy. Like, that's how I see it. Because it's like, there's a chance. I mean, you could even go triple revenge if you really wanted to try that. Which we could try him on triple revenge. It would be pretty fun. We could do that. But, triple revenge. It's like, the idea with the revenge is that if he gets attacked, again, he'll revenge proc. And since technically his passive has a chance to not only strip, but to place a bomb, it could make him a menace. It could make him a menace. But that's, like, Violent Revenge or Triple Revenge is kind of like how I would see him. I wouldn't not disagree with Despair, but when I would be using him for PvP. So it would be Violent Revenge or Triple Revenge, depending on like what you want out of him. That or no. I don't know. I want to rate him. I'll rate him later, but let's look at the monster info. Sabrina Talia and him against Martina, Shayna, Triana, and Siege. What? Put him on Despair, Nemesis to increase his chances on taking a turn. Triple HP, full tank build. Damage comes from twins. Okay. Maybe you're just like a god tier player and I have no idea what I'm talking about. But like, so he's just there to tank. I mean, then he's like a strip. Like, so you're using him for stripping capabilities because you're getting some decent amount of attack, but yours is built nice. I like this. And then you're getting bomb damage from the, kind of. I can't hate your build too much because it's like, you got some really good stats on that sucker. But like, I don't know. I feel like you're not taking advantage of his. I feel like you're not really. Man. I'm stuck. Why couldn't you go at least double HP attack? I mean, you got some pretty good speed out of his substats. I'm not going to sit here and disagree with you because your build looks pretty good. But I just hate to see that it's like, I think he has the potential to be a very, in certain situations, I feel like he could be the main role. You know what I mean? And the fact that, I mean, your build gives him the opportunity to be in that main role, I suppose, but it feels like no one's allowing him to. Okay, so we have a couple ones here that I want to read. He never lands bombs on offense or in dungeons. Vault Guardian. I mean, you probably took the runes off if he's Vault Guardian. Yeah, you were starting to, but speed, HP. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see about that. I'm going to definitely mess with him in the week. But don't sleep on strip on every auto. Despair has a chance to proc on his attack and when the bomb blows up. Is that true? I need to... What? Wait, why did you need... Okay. Wait. The only thing I would care about is if his strip works on his bomb, right? Because if I recall, whenever you use a bomb on a unit, the bomb, regardless if you're on Despair or not, stuns an enemy. Hold up. We got to test this real quick. Okay, so we're going to test this out real quick. I'm sorry. No. I swear to God, when a bomb goes off... Okay, he didn't land the bomb. Oh. Oops. Maybe I used too good of a unit. There you go, bombs. But it's not going to matter. I'm going to die. See, the bomb stuns anyways. And then we're going to stun here. Boop. Nope. Boop. Stun. It stuns regardless. That's... Okay, I have to make sure that I was correct. Okay, so regardless if you have Despair, the bomb will stun the enemy after it blows up. And if they have like immunity on them, then it's not going to matter if you have a Despair set anyway. So the Despair thing for the bombs blowing up, it doesn't mean anything at all. But again, the only reason you'd want Despair is for his actual normal attacks to to stun. Which is just like, I don't really care about, especially since his skill 2 has a built-in stun. So he already has like almost like 2 sources of stuns, one from the bombs, one from his skill 2. But let's move on. Okay, so his usage is in arena. It seems like he's being used with. Okay, so it's just bombs. Wow, just full bomb team, and then. Fair enough. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're kind of gonna throw him on a bomb team when you can spam the enemy with bombs. I like this team. I like those teams. Yeah, but arena, siege battle, world guild battle, as expected, and then possibly TOA. Because remember, he does strip on his skills, so he can potentially strip the the Lich. But other than that, Dragon Slayer Abyss. Really? Dragon Slayer Abyss? I guess the strip with every skill and then attack speed slow, which is not bad. Okay, I can kind of see it, maybe, but it seems like you're using a normal account, so I don't like it. Because you might as well use, what is his name? The Light Ifrit. I don't know. I can't remember his name right now. But Despair, Revenge, Violent Revenge. I like Violent Revenge. Despair. Hey, you know what? Despair Revenge is probably what I agree with the most. If you're going to go Despair, you're going to go speed, attack, in my opinion. But people seem to be going speed, HP. We'll see. I'll see what I can get the most out of, like, in a build. But we're definitely going to be probably using him, like, tomorrow or something like that. But, artifacts, of course, aim for bomb damage, aim for accuracy. I believe it would be just aim for any type of accuracy. Skill 2, Skill 3 accuracy, whatever it be. But damage taken from dark obviously decreased. Additional damage proportionate to attack. But yes, bomb damage, exactly. And then accuracy and skill 2 or skill 3. Correct, and then skill 1. But if I had to give him a rating, I think he has potential. I want to, if 1 out of 10 is bad and 10 out of 10 is perfect, and then 5 out of 10 is average, I'd say that this guy is he's a 6.5 out of 10. I mean, he has great potential to be very, very annoying, but I think it's like you need to know how to use him, you need to know how to build him. So we're gonna mess around with this guy. I mean, we're gonna definitely mess around with him this week, see what we can get out of him. But let's move on to the next unit. Okay, so the next unit we're gonna be taking a look at is Azael, the Dark Succubus. I hope I'm saying her name right. Jesus Christ, man, I can't with these succubuses, man. I can't. We're gonna have to freaking turn around, bro. Turn around. She has 106 base speed, which is pretty good. She does have a leader skill for the arena. She increases the defense of ally monsters in the arena by 33%. Her skill 1 is called Dreamy Invitation. Attacks without waking up the enemy that's under sleep and puts the target to sleep for 1 turn with a 50% chance, and recovers the attack bar by 50% if the enemy falls asleep after the attack. The harmful effect rate does go up when fully skilled up. So, before we even get into the succubus, you guys know how I feel about the sleep debuff. I do not like the sleep debuff, but if you are going to go with a sleep team, the succubuses is where it's at. I love the succubuses for the fact that they do not wake up the enemy. That is the one thing that I dislike about the sleep debuff, right? Is that it just takes you attacking the enemy for them to lose that debuff. But considering the circumstances of which you'll use her, puts the target to sleep for 1 turn, blah blah blah, recovers the attack bar by 50% if the enemy does fall asleep after the attack. It's really good. That's a really good skill 1. Twisted Joy attacks without waking up the enemy that's under sleep. Replaces up to 3 beneficial effects granted on the target with sleep. Increased chance of landing glancing hit, and decreased defense effects for 2 turns each, every 3 turns when fully skilled up. This is really good. I mean, okay, as we're going through her kit, I want to take a look at something. I want to look at her in two different lights, right? One when she's not on a sleep team, and one where she's on a sleep team. So like this skill 2, even like if she doesn't put the enemy under sleep, to replace beneficial, like the beneficial effects with these 3 things is really good. Like the sleep, whatever, but increased chance of landing glancing hit and decreased defense effects, like that could be really good regardless if she's on a sleep team or not. So I'm just saying, but I like it. So the third skill is called Night Hag Scuttle. It attacks without waking up the enemy that's under sleep. Attacks all enemies to disturb their HP recovery for 2 turns with a 75% chance. If the enemy is under sleep, this attack will deal damage that ignores 50% of the enemy's defense every 4 turns. So, with a sleep team, this is obviously really powerful. She's going to be really, really powerful. Without a sleep team, though, AoE disturb HP recovery. Which, I mean, again, with Figaro, it's like the only places you're using disturb HP recovery. Again, you can use that in PvP. Like, that is a useful debuff. You get a lot of use out of it, again, in Rift Raid, Steel Fortress. And you might use her there because, I mean, she could. Even without the sleep thing, if you're using an LD only account. I mean, if you think about it, if you are using an LD only account, while the skill 1 isn't necessarily the best, skill 2 replaces beneficial effects, which this is really good, especially for Steel Fortress. Because glancing, decreased defense for 2 turns each. That's not bad. And then skill 3 is disturb HP recovery, which you need on Steel Fortress 2. So on an LD only account, you might want her. Well, on a normal account, it's like you're going to use her. You could use her. You could definitely actually use her in Rift Raid 2. Now that I think about it. Because glancing, decreased defense, disturb HP recovery, even if she doesn't put an enemy to sleep. So she's in her best form on a sleep team. Like, on a sleep team, I'm going to rate her straight up. On a sleep team, she's most definitely like a 9 out of 10, if not 10 out of 10. She's just the perfect unit for sleep teams, right? Tons of damage, strip unit, takes a lot of turns thanks to her skill 1. Oh, my bad. We shouldn't have been showing cheeks. But like on a normal team, depending on where you use her, she's still decent. She's still not bad. We're going to mess with her later this week as well. Gosh, we actually need to make videos on her. Gosh, she's got fucking... I'm sorry, that was very rude. So... She's okay, wait, did I already rate her normally? Oh my god, I can't remember. Who knows? Let's look at the monster info. Like, so she gets buff. Cool looking mon and really needs a buff. Yeah, cool looking. Did you at least build her? Okay. Like if you're not a weirdo adoring a person from a video game. Like if you don't care that someone got before. Okay, shut up. She is so hot. Yes, she is. Like if Trump sucks. She is good, needs more speed. Let's see what your build is. Double blade focus. Man, shut up. Pure damage, work in progress. Okay. I didn't even mention her build. We're gonna go to usage real quick. Her build, to be honest, if I were to look at her build, because I know I didn't mention it, you could either go violent focus, violent will, or you can go rage blade, depending on like how you're going to use her. You could go like speed, crit damage, attack. Get some, or I mean, yeah, no, speed, crit damage, attack. Or you can go speed, crit damage, accuracy if you want to, and then get the attack, HP, crit rate, crit damage, whatever you need in the substats. But I think she has more potential than just being a pure damage dealer and being slow. I mean, she can, especially for LD only accounts. I'm sorry, but you're not going to build her a beginner. You're going to either go Rage Blade or Rage Will or Violent Will or Violent Blade, whatever it be. But scenario, Siege Battle. Oh, he puts enemies to sleep. Okay. So there's your sleep team. Okay. Here's another crowd control team. Another sleep team. I like the sleep teams. An arena. Guild battle. And Light Beast. She could be using Light Beast. as a damage dealer, I suppose. Statistics. Violent Revenge, Despair of Focus, Fatal Blade. You don't have any business building her in the beginning if you're just doing Fatal Blade. I'm sorry. Swift Focus, Rage Blade. Violent Revenge. I could see Violent Revenge because she could Revenge proc her skill 1, which means that she's getting attack bar on her skill 1. But speed, yep. Crit damage, and either attack or HP. With this one, you could, do damage proportionate to whatever, but the main thing I would be looking for is skill 2 accuracy. I'd want the skill 2 accuracy, like, really bad. So additional damage proportionate to speed, yep. Damage taken from light, yeah. Crit damage as enemy's HP is less, sure. Yada yada. All these are pretty good. Skill 1 accuracy is not bad. Skill 2 accuracy, yep. Skill 3 accuracy, sure. Yep. Yeah, not built bad at all. So, again, if I haven't given her a rating yet on sleep teams, on sleep teams, she's definitely like a 10 out of 10 unit. On normal teams, again, if 5 out of 10 is average, I think... Do I rate her more than Figaro? Do I think she's better than Figaro? Here's the thing. I'm trying to think about, like, Figaro's kit right now. Because it's like Figaro's kit, in theory, if he were to do all the things he needs to do, or he should be doing, he's amazing. I think he's better than her. But, like, I'm not worried about what's on paper. I want to know what's happening for real. And from my experiences using Figaro so far, we're going to, again, I'm going to re-go through his runes and all that. But from how I've felt using him so far, not the greatest, especially when it comes to reliably bombing units, right? But when it comes to her, the good thing is about her kit is just like she is usable outside of sleep teams. Like, you could use her. Her skill 2 can be used in Rift Raid. Her skill 3 can be used in Steel Fortress and in Rift Raid as well. She's usable in both those dungeons. Yeah, we're gonna have to try her in Steel Fortress. On normal teams, I'm gonna give her, gosh, I'm just gonna have to match her with Figaro. I'm gonna give her 6.5 out of 10. Okay, after sitting here for a little bit, I think I've come to the conclusion. I would say pick Figaro if you don't have him over Azael. Obviously, I have him, so I'm gonna pick Azael. But Azael's not bad. Like, if you decide to go for Azael, I won't blame you. But I think Figaro, even like without just the bombing, he does strip on every attack. AoE strips. He has the chance to be very annoying. The fact that he can potentially block out fatal damage and just not die is really nice. He can be a very annoying strip unit. But it's just, Azael is really great. Actually, I don't know why I'm so stuck on these two. I'm going to say go Figaro. I'm going to pick Azael. We're going to test them both out this week. Hopefully I'm telling you guys the right choice. If you're having trouble like this, like I am, I can't blame you. Luckily, I summoned one already, so it's not that big of a choice for me. But I say go with Figaro. I don't think you guys are gonna regret it, and I'll try to prove that to you tomorrow when I build him. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I helped some of you guys make a choice. I don't know, but I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Who did you pick? Tell me in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.